With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chase Brown with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Rodgers. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's second down. And you look at this Saints defense.
They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Quick throw to Collins. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Here's Jackson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they picked up the first down.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Chris Godwin, 51 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
When you talk about this Seahawks defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brian Thomas, 68 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Saints 21, Seahawks 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
To throw is Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Thomas, the man in motion left. To throw is Jackson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus their defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, Any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Rodgers now to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
2nd and 10.
319. We are going. Inside.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
First down, New Orleans.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Saints.
Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Being chased out left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. They'll wind up getting just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. That's complete to Pierce. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chase Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
1st and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Going to be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. 3rd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route. There's plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Rodgers. That one taken in by Neighbors. Still on his feet. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Malik Neighbors, 62 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
to the ground here, and Brown. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second down at the 41-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw,
it's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 21. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
3-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They were bouncing their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Second down, here's Chubb again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Rodgers. In trouble, and he's taken down. Mason Graham in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. The flag comes in. It's incomplete, and I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
14-yard line.
Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. Another one caught by Collins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Jackson.
Got a man. It's Collins complete.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw is Jackson. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Mason Graham in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now it's Rodgers.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of body. defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's got a man complete. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Here's a ball deep from Musgrave. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Musgrave, 35 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Saints 31, Seahawks 48. Cam Little to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Riley Moss takes him down defensively.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Jackson now. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Rodgers. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Rodgers to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Green 18. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
No. Watch it. 258.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Maybe looking for a flag, but they're not going to get one there. They took a shot, hoping to find a way to sneak into field goal range, but it's incomplete. And now with time almost gone, the task gets much more difficult.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Jackson.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's third down.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.